How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
17-yard line.
Hurry up! 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, G!
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be dreaming.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Third down, here's Haskins. He's got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Peterson running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tight end left. Hey.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, Haskins. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Here we go with Geis. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again to Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Everybody, 53 at the mark. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Hey, kill. 47. We're going to 54. Go.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They run again on 1st down. Peterson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. They'll start the drive with Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Go, get out there, get out there. Let's go.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. Make him make someone miss in the open field.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Watch the twist. Switch.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming, baby.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken short.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like...
Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
51 for Mike. Let's go.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Come to me, it's me. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53. 47. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Bandit. Switch it.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 2nd down, Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Let's go. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Caught on the right side, Reed. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play, 2nd and 3. Now it's Haskins. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Haskins on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Thirteen seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Pass on 1st down. Intended for Terrence Williams. Incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
A final shot before break. Haskins, he's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we have reached halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at about the 32. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
There we go. There we go. Going to 53. 53. Mike, 53. Man, I got you. Switch. Hey. Switch.
On second down, it's Elliott, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 26.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Now that Redskin offense coming back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. At their own 34-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at the 34. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he coughed it up. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give to Peterson running right. And he stopped immediately there. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Jordan Reed has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On first down, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Complete to Paul Richardson. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 39-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Any weapon. Back. 2 6.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. Hopkins' kick is good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Good.
Everyone got four down. 90 is a mic.
To throw is Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Go to 54, line.
Check 50.
Go, get out there. Go to 54, line.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Oh, you got deep? Let's go.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
From the 38, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up first and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
14.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Play action. Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Mike's by 4. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Again, Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Here we go. Go right in. 51. Here we go. Here we go. Good. Go. Get out there. We're going to 54. One here. Come on now. 26.
They'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike 51. We're going to 53.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Kill. 51. Under. Watch the slant. Mike 51.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run again with Peterson. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
I'm on.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And off comes to Peterson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Redskins, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody.